Nah, I really don't, bro. I ain't saw no.
A top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Miami Hurricanes.
This one's different. This one take a little too much skill. I'm old.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
That's what I be on mostly. Started one with BJ, but shit, we left out the house and didn't get back into shit right when I text you.
And the Canes ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5.
Homeboy went to O's this morning. I just thought.
Running inside, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile. Their passing attack, they throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space.
And
that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with the sack.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss.
Cam's still been showing up.
Underwood on the play action. That's caught. It's Marshall. Powers through the defender. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy, let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Mensa. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle. It's Fletcher. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB is see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Reads it, fires complete.
Oh, make a talk. Oh, my God.
At the 30. Running inside the 20.
Bro, he didn't try, like, damn, I know I don't want the magnet. Damn.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and he's gone.
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone.
So I try to get familiar with him. I thought that's who you was going to pick for sure.
He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He gets a block. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The option, the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Throwing, Underwood. Gets rid of it.
Oh, damn.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
I give you the adjustment button.
Back to throw. It's Underwood. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
I talked to him the other day.
On the ground, it's Fletcher. Tough run across the 5. He'll
too
get it all
much.
the way out to the 8-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards
My
of
mama
pop
said,
on
give
the
me my
ground.
ball back,
That
dog.
is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Sends it back in motion. Here's Mensah to throw.
Let's go, baby.
Go down and he's in his
So
own
make
end
you
zone.
think.
It's going to be a safety.
Ew.
So after taking the safety, they'll
Take that
line up
running
for a
back
free
away, but
kick
I'm
from
gonna
their
give
own
it to
20.
the inside, bro.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Yeah, just got me some.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
As a matter of fact, I don't think I ain't gonna be there this week.
So 1st down here as they go back to work.
I ain't gonna be there.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best.
Touchdown, Wolverine!
I had to get off that play action.
Took it on in for the score. Did not
That
take
play
long
action.
to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. A quick pass to the left. Makes the grab in their space. Really nice
running back last time.
They have it out to the 44 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down.
Get some.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They punted away on fourth down. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside. It's Marshall.
Oh, the block.
Runs into a wall. They'll give it one out to the 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Underwood unloads it left. And they're connection, looking to make a big play there.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. He's got it. Slips through the line.
Oh my God!
Very little will make a crowd
Both of them?
hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought
I'll
them
stall
to
them
their
out,
feet
D-Bro.
on that.
That wasn't cool, boy. This supposed to be a friendly.
To put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle.
Let's go, y'all. This one.
For the screen, great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44.
He's some pressure. He's sitting back there comfortable.
Mensah. Fires left.
Big son, let's go.
Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
I didn't press hey.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Marshall. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
As a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete.
He dropped
that
it.
was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that way. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood.
Kind of rude, my boy.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run play action. Using the quick game. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's focusing right now, bro. Now it's time to talk. Bro.
Here's Benson to throw.
Oh, they're
after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. He will get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away.
Number 99, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cotton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. offense comes out ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mensah. Makes the catch. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates...
Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. There's some room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That was touchdown.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And the Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quickly complete. He's trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Brian, can you give me some ice
And
water
the
back?
PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
I was about to use that receiver block.
Pick up of 6 out to the 25.
He went and got that safety.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Just feeds the running back. Knocked down at the 31 after a game
You ain't averaging a lot, but you
Definitely
Real
been tough
effective with what I
sledding for this
need
guy,
from you.
especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Marshall.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Underwood. He's looking deep.
Oh my God! See, that's that catching thing. That's that catching thing. No, don't pat your chest. You threw a perfect pass, man.
Come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Yeah, good swarm. Good job.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Here's a heat. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. We've reached the end of the period and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Fletcher. There's a crease. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Jeez.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Mensah.
Looking underneath, let's go.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Find some fresh air.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Situational awareness is so important for quarterbacks, and you've got to know where you are on the field. On third down, you can't take a sack because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to at least come away with 3 points. But after racing around and scrambling, holding on to the football, you've now been sacked. You're now out of field goal range, back behind the 40-yard line. Bad decision by that QB.
And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The lone back's got it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
A give to Brown. Shakes off the defender. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's Mensah to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. Makes the grab.
Thank you. Now y'all gonna let me make my tackle.
Running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Throwing, Mensah. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
You need that, big dog.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. They've got the screen set up. Spins away from the defender. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Plays.
Man, and we have seen it in this game, even though his team is losing, this guy, time and time again, has been answering the bell. He's been throwing dimes all game long, and he comes up with another big completion there.
And defensively, I'm going to keep continuing to think pass. They've trusted him all game long. He hasn't let them down. I'm playing for the pass. I'll react to everything else.
They'll run the option.
Let's go.
And he didn't
pitched that, didn't you?
off, and he paid the price.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It is your time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Complete. And
let's go make a tackle, baby.
They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Marshall. Got enough for the 1st. There he goes to the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th.
That defense is what did it. I really ain't played though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
I played Brian earlier. Pissed him off, had him throwing picks.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Mensah. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd
left
and
on
long,
the right
back up
analog.
inside their 20. Here's Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over it.
3rd and long situation. We're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game.
Yeah, I know. once you figure out the game a little more. This is my first game against somebody other
Coming
than
out with it,
myself.
it's Lyle. Rolling
Good
the
one,
dice to
my
bring
ass
it
just
out of the
now.
end zone.
You sent
Did
the
not
invite.
work
I
out
was
as he
happy.
stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture.
What's that running back there?
Throwing, Mensah. He's taking a deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the